Hi guys, so this is the first stage of creating generic parts for a ball jointed doll. I was originally going to make molds and use that to duplicate parts and basically show you guys the lazy way out, but I realized I don't have enough materials to make molds, so I ended up just going ahead and sculpting each part individually. In this video right here, I'm quickly making the armatures for the doll, so that I'm not doing it exactly to scale with the sketch because I'm only making the ball parts, and then after the balls are perfect, I'm going to go ahead and make the trunks. So for this part, I'm going ahead and I'm making the armatures and putting my clay over the armatures. Anytime you see me go off screen, I'm dipping the part into water so that way it's smooth when it moves smoothly in the measuring spoon when I try to smooth it out. I'll probably make another video just making one part from scratch with the measuring spoon, or you know what, let's do it this way. If you want to see me use the measuring spoons to make spheres with the air dry clay in another video that's, you know, not as fast as this, comment down below and I'll make one. So anyway, at this point I'm basically just making the spheres, all the spheres for all the parts, and then after this I'm going to use the spheres to make the joints so that way everything fits perfectly together. I don't sculpt the doll in one big, I don't make a sculpture and then cut it, because when I do that, what I find it ends up being like it ends up being a lot of work, because you have to round out the ball parts and then like carve out the socket parts so that way everything fits together, and it just doesn't work for me that way. I like sculpting my pieces individually. So this is how far I've gotten with this particular piece. Next video that's coming up, I'm going to finish sculpting the entire generic joints. I'm going to explain why things look a certain kind of way. So for here, this is just the core buildup, and then for the next video we're going to do the actual generic parts. We're going to test string it, we're going to hollow things out, take out all the aluminum foil on the inside. So I'm going to have to cut the parts after but I'm going to wait until they're cured rock hard. Then I'm going to cut the parts open, I'm going to take out all the aluminum foil so that way it's hollow, and then I'm going to build it up so that way it's not weak. And then I'm going to finish up sculpting the generic parts. I'm going to sand it down a little bit, no details yet, just basic, simple, straightforward generic parts. Actually, I've seen some BJD that just has that the joints look very basic and generic. You can leave it there if you want because it will work, but I'm going to add detail and add some shape just to give her, just flesh it out a little bit so that way it's not so straight. So the next video I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to record the process, and I'm going to the process of hollowing it out, and then I'm going to explain why each part looks the way they do, and then from there we're going to move on, and I'm going to actually flesh out the entire doll. Then I'm going to sculpt her head and finish up the prototype. I'm hoping to get this cast in resin so that way like I can honestly show you from start to finish, but I'm not able to find people who are interested in this doll enough to want to pre-order. Then I'll just finish up the prototype and that will be it for the time being. If you guys are interested in watching process videos like this, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm always here to answer questions as well, so if you are not, even if you asked me a question before, if you want clarification, or you want to talk about the creative process that goes into sculpting a doll, please feel free to ask me. I might not know everything, but I've been doing this nonstop since 2006, so I know a little something. So please feel free to ask me. Also, if you feel like you have any tips to drop, I am not above learning new things, so please feel free to make suggestions. If you have an easier way for me to do things, I'm all about getting things done in the fastest, most efficient way possible. So if you have an easier way to do things, never be afraid to tell me. Be like, hey dude, like you could have skipped a step and done this. Feel free to tell me. Like, this is about this, we're here to talk. So Feel free to talk to me. I don't bite. I'm not mean, and I usually answer regardless of what you say. So I noticed that there are about 94 of us now, including myself, making 95. So yay, welcome new subscribers. Again, feel free to talk to me anytime. I always respond to people I always respond back. There's not so many of us that anyone can get lost between the cracks. I always get back. So I hope you enjoy the videos. If you have any suggestions for how I can improve things, again, the videos also, again, feel free to let me know. And that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye, y'all.